The honest mistake. Caleb broke Mrs. Rivera's window on a Saturday. He almost said nothing about it. The sky was grey and the wind was cold. He kicked his soccer ball alone that afternoon. His foot caught it wrong, and it flew. The ball sailed over the fence in a long arc. It hit her window with a horrible crack. He froze completely and stared at the damage. He stood there for a long, quiet moment. His heart was beating fast inside his chest. He could just walk away right now. Nobody had come outside to check the noise. Nobody had shouted or opened a door yet. But the ball sat on her side of the fence. Leaving it there felt worse than anything else. He took a slow, deep breath and moved. He walked around quietly to her front door. He knocked 3 times, gently and carefully. He hoped, just a little, that she wouldn't answer. She answered. Mrs. Rivera looked at him through the screen door. Her brown eyes were sharp and missed nothing. She wore a faded blue cardigan and slippers. She looked tired but not unkind. Yes, she said, studying his face carefully. He swallowed hard and looked her in the eye. I kicked my ball over your fence, he said. It hit your window and cracked it badly. I'm really sorry, Mrs. Rivera. It was an accident. She didn't say anything at first. She just looked at him for a long moment. You'd better come see the damage, she finally said. She pushed the screen door open and stepped aside. He walked in slowly, his hands at his sides. The house smelled like candles and old books. A family photo sat on the mantel shelf. He noticed it but didn't say anything yet. The crack ran almost to the center of the glass. Caleb's stomach dropped when he saw it fully. I'll pay for it, he said without hesitating. Every single cent. I promise you that. She looked at him sideways with a raised eyebrow. Do you have a job, young man? She asked. No, he admitted quietly. Not a real one. But I can mow lawns and rake leaves. I'm good at carrying things and cleaning up too. She was quiet again, thinking it over slowly. How old are you? She asked him then. 15, he said. I'll be 16 in March. She nodded slowly, like that meant something to her. My son Daniel was 15 once, she said softly. He broke my favorite vase playing basketball inside. Caleb didn't know what to say to that. What did he do? He asked carefully. He cried, she said. Then he cleaned it up. Every single piece. Took him 2 hours. A small smile crossed her face briefly. You remind me a little of him, she added. Caleb felt something loosen slightly in his chest. She hired a repairman the very next week. The window cost $115. Caleb paid every cent back over 2 months. He mowed her lawn every single Saturday morning. He raked her leaves into neat, clean piles. He carried her groceries in from the car. She always had cold lemonade waiting on the porch. One afternoon she handed him a glass and sat down. Do you always play soccer alone? She asked him. He shrugged and looked out at the yard. Sometimes my thoughts get loud, he said simply. She nodded like she completely understood that feeling. Eduardo used to take long walks for that, she said. Every evening, rain or shine, around the block. Did it help him? Caleb asked, genuinely curious. It helped us both, she said with a laugh. It was the first time he had heard her laugh. It was warm and a little unexpected. Tell me about him, Caleb said quietly then. And she did, for a long while. She talked about Eduardo's hands, rough from years of work. She talked about how he hummed while he cooked. She talked about Daniel and Marco, her 2 sons. Do they visit often? Caleb asked between sips. Her smile softened into something quieter and sadder. They passed away, she said. Both of them. Years ago. Caleb set his glass down carefully on the railing. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't know that. Most people don't, she said. And that's okay. You learn to carry it differently over time. He thought about that for a long time. On the final day, the debt was fully paid. She pressed an extra $20 into his hand. We're even now, he said. I can't take this. It's not payment, she said firmly. It's a gift. There's a difference, Caleb. Learn it early. He tried once more to hand it back. She gave him a look sharp enough to cut glass. He stopped and put the 20 in his pocket. Will you still come on Saturdays? She asked then. The question caught him completely off guard. Yeah, he said, after a short pause. I will. Good, she said simply. I'll have lemonade ready. Walking home, the 20 felt heavy in his pocket. Not because of its value, but its meaning. One broken window had opened an unexpected door. One honest knock had changed everything between them. He remembered what she said about Eduardo's walks. He remembered what she said about carrying loss differently. He tucked both things somewhere deep inside himself. He carried them with him for a long time after.